power on.
Hey! Oh, look who's on here tonight. Hello, Miss Theresa. How you feeling, baby girl? Hey, Vincy. Hey, Nina. Turned on some eagles tonight. All right. Hot flash kits. I don't have a fan. But you know what I do, guys? I got me a sales card here. Blood assurance. There we go. All right. There's my fan. Got my liquid. And I got a variety of toys with me tonight, girls. See anything you like? Well, I'm glad you're feeling okay. All right, y'all. It's okay. Yeah, we can see it better right there. This is one of my latest ones, y'all. Check this baby out. See if I can get it to come on right. Okay. So it does a regular vibrate, which I seem to have broke that part. I don't know what's going on with that. But then, oh, it's just about dead, y'all. That's not cool. It does this thing here, and it like comes up and down. I guess I need to charge it, huh? Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Now see that? Hey, Miss Shirley. I'm showing everybody off my good stuff here, as Vincy says. This is a prostate vibe, but it also does good. It's just a butt plug, butt vibrator. This, most everybody has one, I do believe. It's just my clit toy. I just love it. This is my other butt vibe. Oh, yeah. I love my butt vibes. Now, this is one I've already broke. Me and Big Daddy got kind of wild and crazy for it. It's just the pussy vibe. But see, it's easy to handle. When I broke it right here. This part came out. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm ready for this. How about y'all? Miss Shirley goes, I see. Miss Shirley, did you blush? Oh, please tell me you blushed. I would love to make you blush, but I feel like you're like me. There's not much left to make you blush. And Nina, aka Ori, has been planning this, has been preparing for this all day long. Oh, I better blush. I love it. Well, if this made you blush, wait till I get to the book. Oh, yeah, Theresa, I'm with you. I don't blush much anymore, but I giggle like crazy now. I need some old school rock and roll in here. Smells like something's burning. No, it wasn't that one. I figured it might have been that one since I was pushing it. I know. I love me some Eagles. Oh. I figured you'd like it too. I'm looking at the wrong one. Can't go wrong with the Eagles. And I'm sure there'll be some Cretans on here and some, because it's Eagles radio. So I figured you can't go wrong. All right, bitches, you ready? Where's my other two bitches at? Where's Jackie and where's Liberty at tonight? Karen needs to get her ass in here. All right, let's get started. If you guys want to go run them down, you're fine. If you don't, fine. Oh, Lord, where's Olivia at? Hey, there you go. Some Dawn Henley. Oh, yes. Right. In case y'all didn't know, Miss Theresa is a manager for a band. Right? Is it road manager or just manager? No, I'm smelling something burning. Hoping it's Big Daddy in there cooking. I did know this. What's the name of the band? Tour manager. There we go. And business manager for Artifice. There it goes. Y'all check it out. Y'all check it out. Artifice. Not quite my style. I listen to some of them, but it's not quite my style. I'm too laid back. The older I get, the more laid back I do. I can't hardly do that stuff. But more power to her. And sister, I did not realize you were just a hop, skip, and a jump over in Mississippi. Where's Nathan at when you need him? Yeah, I just turned 50, but I haven't done. My brother, who's 3 years younger than me, is a huge heavy metal fan, like Kiss and Metallica and all that. I like some of their songs, but I don't like them as a band. I mean, does that make sense? I mean, I don't hate them. I just can't listen to that mess all the time no more. Most of it is just too much. But yeah, we're going to have to meet in the middle in Alabama somewhere, sister. I'm just south of Chattanooga in Georgia. I mean, literally, I work in Chattanooga. So that tells you. Yeah, we gotta. Do you know? What's Nathan's last name? What's Bubba's last name? I forget. But he's just south of Memphis in Mississippi, but not Olive Branch. May not have to tell you all about him. So I'm gonna go ahead and read. First, Incubus Tamed, Book 1. Cassius. And if I mispronounce anything, you might want to text me because I can't, without my glasses, I can't read the chat. But I got my phone sitting here. So you can always just message me and say, hey. Just tell me if I'm saying something wrong because last night he had so many funky names in that book last night. I didn't know what I was reading half the time. And I didn't even know if they were male or female half the time. So, all right. I hate myself. The thought blows through my mind as I drink from my victim's vein. The thick, coppery taste of a woman's blood is my weakness. Her body is the temple I must worship. It is within the depths of her body where I find life. And with life, I find my disgust of leaving. Cassius! She moans as loss of blood causes her to weaken. I will not kill her. No, she will live. But after I'm done with her, she will not be the same. When she is found, my marks and seed will be absent from her body. This female will not remember the past few days. She will wake up confused after I put her into a comatose state before feeding from her vein. All right, yeah, I got my computer's trying to restart on me. Give me just a second. Yes, reschedule. It's going to pop up. I tried to reschedule it beforehand and it wouldn't let me do it. Okay, thank you. Let's do it at 9:10 p.m. All right, I have to be off here before 9:10. today. That's no. You fucked hard. PM. I don't think I make this stuff so hard. Like, okay, maybe that worked. We'll see. If I cut out, it means my computer decided to restart and update, so I will start back. Oh, yes, we go to Birmingham. Hell, we could get J. Morgan Woodall. He lives in Birmingham. And then you got, man, I'm getting horrible with names. Got another Mississippian over there, but she's in South Mississippi. All right, here we go. She will wake confused after I put her into a comatose state before feeding from her vein. If she is a previous victim of mine, she will start to have episodes of insanity. After several sexual encounters with the same incubus, she will die. There was a time, almost 300 years ago, when I was out of control. I've killed women for their blood. Is the music too loud? Can you guys hear me okay over the music? I've had sex with them for multiple occasions, taken their souls in the process. I'd leave them in dark alleyways, behind abandoned buildings. Okay, thank you, Miss Shirley. Or wait a minute. Is that a no, it's too loud? Or no, you can't hear me? Or no, it's fine? I should ask like more simple questions. Not too loud. Okay. Thank you, Miss Shirley. Okay. I like to put music to the books just to kind of give it some background, like a movie. I'd leave them in dark alleyways, behind abandoned buildings, in seedy motel rooms, or in their expensive mansions, with no care in the world. In the beginning of my new life, I craved it all. I still do. Only now, I am older, stronger, you could say, and I've learned how to get the things I need to survive without taking a human life. I found others like myself, but without them, I am a monster, the demon from your nightmares. The presence of another immortal jerks me from my thoughts. The need to protect my food rushes through my body. My hand covers the female's mouth as I bare my bloody fangs at the shadow crouching in the windowsill. She squirms beneath me, but my instinct to fight outweighs my need to fuck. Cassius, you need come now. You need to come now, a voice says. It is a voice I know. We must go. Leave me, Salvatore, I growl, baring my fangs. I push harder on the woman's mouth as she begins to scream. I haven't taken enough for her to pass out and lose her memories yet. Her body tightens, so I thrust once more to keep her pussy primed, even though Salvatore watches us from the window. Finish, he barks. Knock her out. If you are not outside in 5 minutes, I will come back, and I'm in no mood to fight with you tonight. We have bigger problems. Fuck, I snarl, knowing if he has come to interrupt my feeding, something has happened in our territory. I don't know why you don't sedate them right away, he states and gives me a stern look. I'd never admit it to him, but I like them to fight me a little. The sex, it's mundane to me. The demon inside me likes them coherent for as long as possible before I have to take their souls. Sedating them during most of the act eats away at what's left of my own human soul. Leave me, I repeat. He falls backwards off the ledge, leaving me alone to finish what I came here to do. The slide of my cock quiets the whore beneath me. She orgasms when I sink my fangs into her vein again. My blood coils as I feel the life force of the prostitute bleeding into my body. My energy awakens as hers slowly fades. When I release her vein and remove my hand from her mouth, she moans again as my cock swells inside her body. My release is intense, but I do not shout with desire. There is no pleasure in what I'm doing. There hasn't been for a while now. I'm sorry, I whisper as her body goes lax and she closes her eyes, never to remember what has transpired over the last few hours. My pants are no further down than below my cock when I back away from her body. I scoop up my shirt, shaking off the dust and whatever else coats the floor of this apartment. The night is cool as I escape out the window. Clinging to the side of the building to close the window, I leave no fingerprints. Therefore, there will be no evidence of my arrival or departure. What the fuck is going on? I snap at Salvatore when I find him smoking a cigarette in the alleyway behind the building. He has lipstick marks on the side of his neck, telling me he recently came from feeding off one of the females he met at our last location. There's a succubus in our midst, he rattles off, gritting his teeth. Did she request approval to be here? Victor, Salvatore, and myself are the only incubi in the area. Therefore, this is our territory. There are hundreds of cities in the world, and we've spread out to keep our victims to a minimum. Too many soul suckers in one area can cause questions to arise. The humans will get nosy, and we could be exposed. She did not, he says, leaning against the wall. Who told you she was here? I press. The gargoyles, he replies. Gargoyles are our eyes and ears in the territory. They are servants by nature, wanting to please their leaders. Memphis and Xavier belong to us, and they know their place in our coven. They encountered her about an hour ago in a bar on the east side of town. Where is she now? I ask, feeling anger boil inside me. As much as I hate this life, I don't want to die. Dying is not an option for me because the alternative is Hades, the real one. They lost her, he informs me, blowing out a cloud of smoke as he curses under his breath. One of them said she scoped out the place, had a few drinks, and pushed away several of the males who approached her. Now, why would a beautiful succubus be in a bar full of men just to have some drinks and leave without coming to me for approval? I'll find Victor and we will hunt for her tonight, I offer. As much as I hate being what I am, I know that being exposed to the humans would be so much worse. Find her and bring her to me, he orders, then vanishes into the night. I lean against the brick exterior of the building and pull out my phone. A quick text to Victor gets me the address of where we will meet. I visualize the bar in my mind and close my eyes. When I open them, I am in a dark corner of the parking lot. A few drunk humans stumble out into the night. I don't care if they're driving home or not. At this point, I just want to find this succubus and be on my way. Having someone on our turf that doesn't belong puts everyone in danger. It's no surprise I find the two gargoyles in the bar, taking shots as they enjoy what was supposed to be their night off. They are always available and at my side when I need them, and when we force them to relax, they're always on guard. Xavier, Memphis, I greet as I lean against the bar top at Xavier's side. He stiffens and slowly turns in his seat. Both of them have still gray eyes. Both of them have steely gray eyes that pierce right through me. In fact, they all do. It's one of the ways to identify them from humans. Where's Victor? Lord, another voice. He's coming. Memphis confirms, tossing back his drink. The bartender stops by and asks for my order. I pay him for 2 shots of tequila to calm my energy, then turn back to the gargoyles. They're nervous, and I can't blame them. If we don't have control over who comes into this town, things will get ugly. Again, Hades. Yeah, no one wants to go there. Victor arrives by the time the bartender brings us another round. Memphis and Xavier take their drinks and move away from the bar. We find a secluded booth by the emergency exit and take our seats. What happened? I asked, taking my shot. We sensed her when she came in, Memphis says, his eyes darkening. She's a succubus, all right. Long blonde hair, big tits, and a hell of an ass on that one. Whoever changed her was a lucky son of a bitch. Did men approach her? Victor asked. If she's a succubus, she's stunning. That's what lures in our prey. Oh, yeah. Xavier laughs. About 5 of them approached her. I overheard one offering her money to go with him to the bathroom to suck him off. Both men start to snicker, and I tilt my head in question. Dude, Memphis sobers. She punched him in the fucking nose. Wait, what? I blink in shock. Don't really know, Memphis shrugs. She punched him, cursed, and left. We tried to follow her, but she vamped out, so we called Salvatore. What was she wearing? I need all the information I can get. It will be hard to catch her if she senses us. My idea is to find her and watch her where she goes to see if I can track her to wherever she's staying, then surprise her while she's sleeping. Tight leather pants and a black shirt, Xavier says. There was a beer logo on the back. Her hair is braided too, Memphis adds. I think I know where she might have gone, Victor says. If she's on the hunt, I don't think she's going to hide out after being here. She's going to up her game. She's going to up her game and go to someplace larger. Do you think she went to the club downtown? I ask. That's the place, he replies and pulls the jacket tight. There are only a few places in Nashville where someone with her kind of good looks could go to blend in well enough not to stick out like a sore thumb. If she wants to lay low, we know exactly where to find her. Chapter 2, Ashera. The last bar was full of men who could identify me at a later date if one of his drinking buddies went missing. They'd all zeroed in on me the moment I walked in the door, and I ended up punching one of them in the nose when he offered me $5 to suck him off in the bathroom. I may be a blood demon, but I deserve some fucking respect and shouldn't be treated like a cheap whore. The next place I find is more along my lines of entertainment. There are about 30 people waiting in a line that wraps around the side of the building, and the bouncers picking up who will be allowed inside. I quickly step behind a tall truck and swirl my finger around my head, changing my appearance to fit in with the upscale nightclub in the distance. I love my real look. My blonde hair changes from braids to long, wavy locks. Instead of the leather pants and a casual shirt, my body is covered with a sheer baby blue dress made by a fine designer. I seen this one in a magazine weeks ago and recorded it in my memory so I could wear it when I went out on the hunt. She went down Music Row, didn't she? Down Broadway. I didn't need to check my makeup. The magic I carry makes sure it's flawless. My feet fit perfectly into the matching heels, but I need a moment to adjust from the flat boots I'd been wearing all day. My hips sway as I approach the door. I don't look at the bouncer, but he sure notices me. I see his head turn from the corner of my eye, but I keep walking toward the end of the line. Hey, baby in blue. Yeah, you're in, sweetheart, he calls out. I smile warmly and wait for him to unclip the red velvet rope to let me inside. I try to pay the cover, but I'm waved off by the man at the podium. Despite the thumping bass of the dance music, this place is elegant. See, I see you guys talking, so now I gotta. I told you guys you would. My girl don't write shit. Oh. Despite the thumping bass of the dance music, this place is elegant. White tablecloths drape over tables and pull on the floor. Booths line each wall to my left and right. I see a few empty tables close to the dance floor, but first I need a drink. The dark-haired bartender slides over my vodka and cranberry with a soft smile. He's not my kind of prey, but I can already sense his desire to take me home. If I can't find one to my liking among the other men here, I might talk to him on my way out the door. I stand at an empty bistro table and observe the dancers. Half the men on the dance floor don't even bat for my team. There are several who do, and I see one that piques my interest. But he's standing on the other side of the dance floor, sipping on what appears to be a whiskey on the rocks. He's tall, his hair long, and he has piercings in his nose and lip. His sapphire blue eyes regard me from his perch. I blink slowly and tuck my chin as if I'm playing the shy yet rich college girl. He speaks to a man next to him and breaks away. A fog machine blast, filling the dance floor with a haze of smoke as he cuts through the dancers. My eyes are locked on him. His jet black hair is curlier than I thought. I can see the ringlets now. He's lean too. As the fog rolls, I lose sight of him. I squint, but gasp when a hand lands on my wrist. My fangs grow in my mouth the moment I sense what he is. I try to pull away, but his hold is too much. Disappearing in a crowd is a bad idea, but I'm tempted. I don't know this man, and I hope to fuck he wasn't sent here to capture me and take me back to Pittsburgh. You are not allowed in my territory, succubus, the man growls, lowering his face to mine. Despite his blue eyes, his skin tone tells me he's part Native American. We are nose to nose, and I inhale his sweet scent. God, it's like ambrosia. The pheromones of an incubus shouldn't affect me, but his does. I notice his nostrils flare as he scents mine. I'm only here to feed, I blurt out, gritting my teeth. Then I will be on my way. The male must not know who I am. I can relax, knowing he's from here and not there. I don't want to go back there, ever. It's not that easy, little one, he snarls, taking my hand in his as if we were a couple. I immediately see where he's taking me, and I dig my heels into the floor to slow him down. You're not taking me anywhere, asshole, I snap. I have the voice of a demon. I can make a damn scene in here. Then you'll be at the humans police department answering questions in the next hour. Oh, you little demon, he growls as he turns to face me. We are nose to nose again, and I tighten my thighs. My pussy is wet, and I can't even explain how it happened so quickly. You must see Salvatore before you can leave or stay. Who the fuck is Salvatore? He's the boss, the man replies, smirking. I thought this was your territory, I ask him, returning his smirk. You should be spanked, he mumbles and pulls me along. We make it 10 feet before I yank on his arm. You couldn't handle this, Incubus, I sass, trying to release his hold on me. He's strong, stronger than he should be. Let me go and I'll be on my way. Too late, he replies, tightening his hold. Don't think I won't vamp out on this packed bar with you in tow, succubus. Before I can use my power to disappear out of his hold, a silver shackle clips over my wrist, and I curse loudly. Silver negates all the powers I have. This asshole knows it, and the little grin that tips the corner of his lip makes me want to punch him. Come on, he says, pulling me along behind him. The moment we step outside, the cool wind blows across my skin. The sheer material of the dress doesn't protect me from the elements. I consider causing a scene, but I'm not sure that would be the best course of action since I'm not dressed appropriately for defending myself. Being careful of the other humans in the club, he shows care with me, even though he's mad. He's fuming mad. He slips off his jacket and drapes the heavy leather over my shoulders. A black Audi pulls up to the curb and he opens the door. Get in the back. Say please. I want to say something else, but he grunts and pushes me when the driver leans the seat forward. The driver, who is the same man I saw earlier, throws the car into gear and presses on the gas as soon as my captor shuts his door. They don't speak. Neither one of them look back at me as I'm sprawled out in the seat. When the car stops at the next red light, I rearrange myself into a more dignified position in the back and remove his jacket. I contemplate throwing it at the back of his head, but I place it in the seat next to me instead. We hop on the interstate and take off at a high rate of speed. I bite my lip and keep from making a wisecrack about getting pulled over by the police. We drive for 20 minutes and take the exit. It's dark, but I can tell we are in a more rural area outside of Nashville. I don't even have any sense of direction to tell which way we went. The driver turns into a driveway and stops at a huge iron gate, rolling down his window to punch in a code. I try to see the numbers he presses, but he's too fast for my eyes to track. Again, I'm still wearing the silver shackles, and I don't have super speed, strength, or my magic to defend myself. Instead, I've been reduced to a 5'7", 125-pound female being taken to a secret incubus lair. Fuck. The gate opens and we drive up a small incline before the driveway dips again and turns to the right. I can see lights up ahead, and once we pass a cluster of trees hanging over the driveway, a mansion appears before us. It's fucking huge. How many lonely rich women did you have to feed off to afford this? The one who captured me lets out what sounds like a mix between a grunt and a laugh. The other male turns off the car and exits. My captor reaches in and pulls me out a little too roughly. Hey, asshole! I have no powers right now. You could actually hurt me. You're fine, he barks as he walks me through the front door. Inside the foyer, I see the other male now. He's twice the size of the guy who likes to jerk me around. He's older than me, making me think he's around 30 years old. His eyes are emerald green, but they look like they've seen many things. My gaze swings to the male holding my upper arm. He's covered in tattoos. And I'm sure he was in an 80s band before he was turned. That long black hair falls in ringlets, and the tattoos on his skin look like they are from another time. But they're not ugly. No, in fact, had we met under different circumstances, I might have tried to flirt with him. The home is elegant. There are 4. Oh, where did I get 4? I think I looked at foyer. There are beautiful paintings in the foyer, and I shift nervously on the Moroccan-style black and red rug beneath my feet. To my left are 2 teak double doors, and to my right is a set of stairs leading to the second floor. The room in front of me looks like a living room, but the walls are decorated in flowy drapery. And I see another male straightening a vase on a table by the back door. He doesn't look up, and I have a feeling he's a gargoyle who works for the incubi. I jerk when the double doors open and another male walks out. He's dressed in a suit, and he's old enough to be my father. Hello, Daddy. His salt and pepper gray hair and matching beard remind me of the sexy man with the deep voice on beer commercials. Dang, I didn't get brief. I was drinking Dos Equis last night. Like I said, hello, Daddy. Come in my office. He groans and disappears. I'm pulled through the door and directed over to a chair that sits in front of the antique desk the older man is standing behind. He's looking out the floor to ceiling. He's looking out the floor to ceiling windows and doesn't turn around until my ass is planted in the seat. What's your name? Oh, yeah. Ain't no way I'm going to miss that beer reference. I was drinking a dose of keys last night. Got 4 or 5 more in there. But I was deciding on something different tonight. Didn't need to add to the hot flash. And alcohol makes me sweat. What's your name? He orders. Depends on who's asking, I retort. I'm not stupid. I know my maker is looking for me, and I don't trust these males. The one who captured me moves closer, and I can feel the heat from his body through the material of my dress, even though he isn't touching me. I can see him again, and I try to calm my fucking hormones. Salvatore Reed. He offers his hand, and I reluctantly shake it. The man behind you is Cassius Snow. And the one who drove you here is Victor Knight. Well, it's been real nice, but I should be going, I say as I try to stand up. But Cassius places his hand on my shoulder, pushing me back into my seat. Damn. Who are you, and why are you in Nashville? Salvatore asked. I can't tell you, I hedged. You're hunting without permission in my territory, the older man snarls, slamming his hands on his desk and leaning forward. Yeah, about that. I blush, feeling a bit of remorse. See, I'm just passing through and I was in need of some blood and energy. I shrug, hoping they'd take my plain-ass excuse, but obviously they were serious about people being in their territory who don't belong. You still haven't told me your name. He reminds me, relaxing enough to take a seat behind the desk. I really can't do that, I hiss. Are you wanted? Cassius asks from behind me. His hand touches my shoulder again, but in concern and not in anger. For a split second, I relax and feel a shiver roll through my body. I would rather go back to my motel, pack my things, and be out of your territory in the next hour, I beg. Fuck, I'll suck them all off if that would get me out of here without exposing who I am. You're not leaving here until we get some answers, Salvatore exclaims. Then I guess we will be here for a long time. I turn my head to look up at Cassius, but quickly turn away when his eyes narrow. The movement causes my hair to flow over my shoulder, and I quickly push the strands in place to keep my back covered. I begin to stand again, and this time Cassius doesn't push me back into my seat. Instead, he snarls and grabs me by the shoulders. What the fuck is this? Oh, woman, I see what. What the fuck is this? I gasp and try to break free from his hold. It's no use. The other male, Victor, grabs a handful of my hair and pulls it away from the back of my neck. I hear them both let out a string of curses as my eyes water and lock on Salvatore. He is up from his chair immediately and comes to inspect. Who did this to you? Cassius roars. I can't tell you, I say through gritted teeth. I really need to get out of here. Fuck that, Salvatore says. He changes immediately from the pissed off territory leader to a softer, kinder male. His hand cups my chin gently and his eyes change over from a deep brown to a blood red with his emotions. It doesn't scare me. If I wasn't shackled, I'm sure mine would do the same. It looks like a weird Celtic knot, Victor observes loudly. Sweet child, tell me the name of the monster who branded you. Salvatore demands, but his voice is softer, more concerned. I feel a sense of calm come over me, and I shake my head to get my wits about me again. If I'm found, he will take me back, probably to kill me for fleeing, I whisper. Who did this to you? Cassius repeats the question. Victor steps closer to me in a protective manner. Once Salvatore releases me, Cassius takes my hand and pulls on it until I turn around to look at him. He's searching the depths of my eyes like he can pull the information from my brain. Carrion Wild, I breathe out, closing my eyes and inhaling Cassius' unique scent. The territory leader from Pittsburgh? Victor snarls, breaking the hold Cassius has over me with his incubus scent. Gosh, he's strong. His scent unique and potent. He must lure in a lot of women. Yes, I say, clearing my throat and taking a step away from Cassius. I really don't need to stay in town. I just wanted to feed and go on my way. Where are you running to? Cassius asked, his voice trailing off on a growl. I don't know yet, I shrugged. One thing I do know is that he's looking for me, waiting for me to slip up so he can find me. Have you killed a human? Oh, I mean, that's Salvatore. Have you killed a human? Salvatore asked. I killed them all the time when I was in his dungeon, I replied, shivering from the memories. He'd bring them to me to keep me strong. I'd never been out into the real world until 2 weeks ago when I ran away. He kept you in a dungeon, Cassius says in shock. Yeah, I nod. I was to be his queen after I learned the ways of being a succubus. I didn't want to be changed into one, but he forced it on me. How old are you? I'm 26, I reply with a frown. How long have you been 26? Cassius asks. 9 months, I answer, watching blood seep into their eyes when I frown. He should be killed, Salvatore yells and slams his fist on the desk. You will stay here. Cassius will show you to an available room, and we will protect you. I can't ask that of you, I protest, but none of the men in the room are going to accept my refusal. Too late, little one, Cassius says, reaching for the silver bracket on my wrist. You are under our protection, and no one will come for you. Now tell us your name. My name is Ashera Andrews, I offer as he fumbles with the latch. Have you killed a human since you ran away? Salvatore continues with the questions as I rub the spot where the silver touched my skin. It didn't burn, but it did leave a weird sensation of pins and needles where it was clasped. No, I answered honestly. I stayed in the forest mostly, feeding on animals for blood. I found a man in a truck stop in Ohio for energy about 3 days ago, but I didn't kill him. Are you in need of feeding right now? Victor asked. I'm okay right now. At this point, my weakness from not feeding is making me sleepy. I'll accept their hospitality for the night, then be on my way. After finding someone to feed off of tomorrow morning. Come, let me show you to a room. Cassius says as he directs me to the staircase. The stairs leading to the second floor take more energy out of me. I'm fading fast, and I'm hoping a long sleep will re-energize my body enough by morning. Probably wouldn't hurt to eat soon, too. There are several doors down the hallway, but Cassius takes me to the third one on the left, open it wide and leaning in to turn on the light. Inside is a four-poster bed with a fluffy dark green covering. I don't even kick off my heels before face planting on the bed. Thank you, I mumble. When was the last time you fed? Cassius asks from the doorway. I turn my head to the side and notice he's perched against the threshold, his arms crossed tightly over his chest. I don't know. About a week ago, I had a deer for the blood, I say, resting my cheek on the bed. I think I just need sleep. I blink a few times, and when I reopen my eyes, Cassius is stripping off his shirt and walking over to the bed. His chest is bare, and his abs ripple as he prowls in my direction. You can feed from me tonight. All right, girls, get ready, he offers. No, I gasp, and I sit up quickly. The rush of adrenaline causes me to sway, but I catch myself before I fall off the bed. I won't feed from you, and we sure as fuck are not having sex. You're a succubus. It shouldn't matter, he teases, but I see concern in her eyes. Yeah, no, I scoff. I'm sorry, but your manhandling of me doesn't bode well for you fucking me tonight. We don't have to fuck, he says, but betrays himself when he starts to unbutton his pants. I hold my hand out in silent plea for him to stop, and he does. You can have some of my blood, Ashera. Fuck, I whisper. No fucking, he teases and drops to one knee in front of me. His head is level with mine, and I consent him again. I don't know if my body will obey me and not prime itself for him when I take his vein. Drink, then you can rest. My fangs grow, and I lick my lips when I see the vein in his neck pulse. I'm frozen, conflicted about the right thing to do. You know what? I'm pretty sure Nina is a succubus. She says she likes vampires, but this version of Incubi, I'm pretty sure she's a succubus. I'm just saying. My fangs grow and I lick my lips when I see the vein in his neck pulse. I'm frozen, conflicted. Miss Shirley, you know I'm right. I'm frozen, conflicted by the right thing to do. I've never fed from an incubus before, and I'm sure what I'm about to do won't taste like any human I've ever had. I strike his neck with the speed of a cobra hitting the vein. The rich, coppery taste of his blood slides across my tongue, and I greedily swallow it down. My arms wrap around his shoulders when he stands, and my body betrays me as my legs wrap seductively over his hips. I feel the hardness of his denim-covered cock pressing against my panties. His scent swirls around me, and the next thing I know, his hands are on my breast. All right, I'm going to do one more chapter, but help me keep an eye on the time because I got 20 minutes before my computer restarts. Chapter 3, Cassius. The moment I touch her breast, she rips her fangs from my neck and flies across the room, hissing at me. I don't want to hurt you. You're not going to hurt me, I frown. The succubus is nothing like I've ever seen. She's fearful of her nature, and I don't understand why she isn't accepting of my blood. I could kill you, she huffs. Her expensive dress was twisted around her body, exposing her long legs. The gargoyles were right when they said she was beautiful. There's something about this female that piques my interest to know more about her. You didn't get enough blood, Ashera, I scold. She has the scent of a succubus, and it's enchanting. I knew giving her my blood would cause sexual need between us, but what I didn't expect was for her to stop feeding shortly into the exchange. It's enough, she promises, her shoulders drooping. It's plenty. I'm sorry, I should shower. Not until you tell me why you stopped feeding from me, I demand, walking slowly toward her. She doesn't cower from me, and I take that as a good sign, but she does watch me with weary eyes. Something about her expression tells me she's strong, but her actions tell me she's somehow wounded. We're not going to harm you here, and you need to trust us to help you. I don't trust anyone, she insists. If Salvatore gave you his word that he would protect you, his word is good, I promise. Salvatore gave me his word about keeping me from offing myself many years ago, and he's never failed me through all my hatred for what I am. He loves this life, and he wants me to love it as well. Now tell me why you stopped feeding. I liked it too much, she admits, a soft blush painting the tops of her cheekbones. It's endearing and reminds me she is new to this life. An incubi's blood and scent is addicting for a human, I admit, immediately frowning because she shouldn't be overcome by my scent. You shouldn't be feeling the calling toward me. It is, and I do, she nods, sliding to the floor. I'm so confused. This is all new to me. I'm sure it is. She'd never fed properly during her time with her maker. He never taught her the ways of a succubus, and that's completely against the rules. I can't even imagine what she went through. Please trust us to help you. I approach her, holding out my hand. She hesitates for a moment before sliding her fingers across my palm. I close my hand and give her a slight tug to get her to her feet. She straightens the dress and frowns at its condition. I don't like this dress. She sighs and swirls her finger around her head like a ballerina. Her outfit changes from the expensive dress to a blood-red robe that hangs to her ankles. Can I have a moment to shower? Sure. I clear my throat. The overwhelming urge to pull the sash to expose her body throws me for a moment. I've never met a female who intrigues me like this one. I'll take my leave to get you some food from the kitchen and bring it to your room shortly. Thank you, Cassius, she says, tucking her hair behind her ear. I won't be long. I pull the door closed as she waits for me to go. It takes me a moment to leave the hallway. Once I hear the water turn on in the adjacent bathroom, I step away and turn on the stairs. Victor is waiting for me when I reach the foyer. You fed her? He asks, his gaze darting toward the top of the stairs. I did, I say, reaching up to touch the spot where she fed. It's already healed, and there will be no scar. And now I'll make her a plate of food. She's starved for far too long. Salvatore wants her protected, Victor says, crossing his arms over his chest. He's worried for me, and I can see it in his eyes. And she will be, I vow. Something tingles in the back of my mind, but I shake it off. I don't even know this succubus, and somehow the demon that rules me wants to protect her. I duck my head and walk toward the living room, turning left for the kitchen. Our housekeeper and resident gargoyle, Fagin, is preparing this evening's meal. He's been with us since the beginning, and he looks nervous. She's staying here for a while, Fagin, I announce as I grab a plate from the stack on the counter. I didn't mention anything about him adding an additional setting to our usual stack of 3, so I'm surprised to see the extra plate. Treat her as you would treat one of us. Aye, sir. He nods and steps away from the stove. May I get the table for you and our guest tonight? May I set the table for you and our guest tonight? Please set it for the 3 of us, I state, taking a piece of chicken from the baking pan. Ms. Andrews will be eating in her quarters tonight. She's tired and needs her rest. As you wish. He acknowledges and moves the plates and cutlery to the table. I finish with making Ashera's food and grab a bottle of wine from the fridge. I'm sure she could use a little drink to help relax her after the night she's had. Oh, shit. Why is it coming on now? Did I not just do this? Why? Gives me a little extra time there, though. Give me time to finish this chapter. Okay, we got a few minutes. I gave us about 15 minutes. I should probably have a drink of my own. When I return to the room, I knock softly and wait for her to open the door. She's back in her robe, but the sash isn't closed. She's wearing a long silky gown beneath it, and it matches. Her breasts are more or less covered. The swells are exposed, and I have to look away before I do something that might get me punched like the man at the bar. I hope you like white wine, I say, setting the plate on the dresser by the door. She walks over and closes her eyes as she scents the hot plate of food. I do, she says as she picks up the plate. I uncork the bottle and pour her a glass as she climbs on the bed. She takes the glass of wine and sets it on the bedside table. Thank you. I'll leave you to eat. I turn to leave, but I don't want to. Wait, Cassius, she sighs. When I turn around, she's using her fork to push around the plate on for food. Kieran thinks he owns me since he changed me. He will kill you if he comes here. He won't touch us, I vow. He's evil. No maker should hold their changeling hostage, I argue. Once you awaken, you are to be trained before being set free. He doesn't think so, she sighs sadly. I see a flash of fear in her eyes and I grit my teeth in response. Look, I don't know how long I can stay here. And while I appreciate the offer to help me, I really should be going tomorrow. Where will you go? I asked. She never gave us an answer earlier. I'm thinking Arizona or California, she says with a shrug. It's as far away from Pittsburgh as I can go without needing a passport. We can protect you here, I remind her. Please eat. We can discuss this more in the morning. Thank you, she replies and ducks her head to stare at the food on her plate. The further away from her room, the more my anger swells. When I sit down at the table to eat with Salvatore and Victor, my eyes have already turned red and my appetite is completely gone. Fagin must sense my unease and pours me a glass of wine. When I drain the glass, he nods. I'll bring the whiskey, sir. She's wanting to leave tomorrow, I announce when Fagin disappears to get the whiskey from the bar in the living room. Salvatore's hand pauses as he reaches for his wine glass. He swallows and asks, "Why?" She thinks she can just run away from this male. I reply, trying to see Salvatore. Okay. I have someone gathering information on Kieran Wild for me, and I've already heard whispers of things he's doing in his territory. If they are true, we have a bigger problem on our hands. Salvatore came from a strict Catholic family. He's always had respect for the opposite sex, and I've seen him kill a human male once for beating his wife outside a bar we were at while on the hunt. Victor rests his fork beside his plate and leans back in his chair. He pulls his phone from his pocket and presses a few buttons. He slides his phone in my direction, and I take it in my hands. There's a photo of a male incubus. I'm assuming this is Kieran. It is. Victor nods and forks another bite of food. Kieran Wild is a bit older than I imagined. He looks to be around Salvatore's age, but there's something wrong with his appearance. I study his light gray hair and brown eyes. The more I stare in those eyes, the more I realize he looks half dead. Do we know anything else he has done? Salvatore asks. Nothing yet, Victor replies, shaking his head. Victor was born in the early 1940s. He's one of the most chivalrous males I know. It's bothering him Ashera came to us so broken. We need to keep her here until we know more, my leader says. Cassius, I'm putting you in charge of watching over her. Stay with her when she goes out to feed and make sure her maker doesn't come looking for her. When I get all the information on him, we may be going up north to pay him a little visit. All righty, that's where I'm stopping. Thank you, Miss Vincy. All right, that gets you guys through chapter 4. Oh, right at 9 o'clock, too. So go get the book, y'all. It's only 99 cents. 99 cents. I mean, you can, come on, go get it. Theresa, you are so welcome. Thank you for letting me read it. Oh, this is going to be so good. Has the second book come out yet? I didn't even look. I just grabbed this one. I thought it would look delicious. Yeah, go invest in one of these. I'm telling you. It's pretty cool. Oh, come on. I want you to figure out how it works. It's like a machine gun going off, y'all. Look at that. There you go. All right, she's writing a book too, y'all. Oh, I have a feeling you're going to need that hot flash kit when you get ready to read the rest of it. All right, ladies, have a great weekend. Theresa, happy healing. Please get better. And put all the smexy you want into it, honey child. We like it sexy. All righty. And please feel free to share this video with anyone you want. I mean, it's yours now. It'll be on my page, but here on YouTube. And Nina share it on all the platforms. Nina, or my team, Nina and Vincy mostly, will share it on all the platforms. But feel free to go share it anywhere you want to in any of the groups. I don't care. So y'all have a wonderful evening, wonderful weekend. Get some reading done. Get some time with the family done. Whatever. Just rest. Just chill out and relax. Love you all. Happy reading.